Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Hogarth's Global Astrology. Know your nation, or know your nation, know yourself, or know your planets, know yourself, whichever you prefer. They're interchangeable. Well, oh my goodness, let me just open a little can of ginger beer here. Where to begin? Where to begin? Where I will start off, though, first of all, as I sit here, I want to say a huge thank you. More subscribers, amazing. So at my last count, I see it's 4,746. Woo! Amazing. Let's see if we can get to 5,000. Wouldn't that be amazing? So I just want to say a big thank you for the support and for the patience and for the likes and the conversations and the intelligent comments and the funny comments too. Oh my goodness. You guys really know how to crack a joke. Oh my goodness. Some of the stuff that you guys write in the comments really just make me laugh. So I'm so glad that you're enjoying everything. And remember, of course, this is for entertainment purposes only. So, and the things viewed here, of course, according largely to my opinion and interpretation of the stars. But as you know, I get stuck in on the charts and stuff like that. And, I mean, what to say? First of all, as well, I just want to say a big shout out as well to my clients, all of you. You guys are incredible. And I just want to say thank you for the sharing because, we go really deep into the charts. And I say to my clients, and they will well agree, I say, when you have a consultation with me, it's like being opened up like a can of beans, yeah, because the planets don't lie, so we go there. But there's been tremendous courage and bravery and sharing. And also as well, I want to say as well, you guys have taught me so much. Oh my gosh, and we've gone to some extraordinary places. So I feel really privileged to be able to kind of bring this stuff about Vedic astrology. Like I say, Western astrology still works. It just works in a different way. But just if you check out some of the reviews on my Facebook page, my archetypal blueprint page, there my clients will lay testament there for on behalf for myself and for this methodology. But let me tell you this, Vedic astrology shows you who turns up on the doorstep of your life. It really, really does. And it's just remarkable. It's such a way, the poetry of Vedic astrology and its symbology and meaning is so rich and it's wonderful. So I thank you for the continued support. It's been brilliant. I am taking a little bit of rest. You'll be glad to know. Oh my God. Oh, well, it's been busy. It's been busy. I've not done any emails today because I did want Sunday today just to be like a day where I'd make a video and just chill. But I think I've got some consultations on Thursday and Friday, and I've taken off some time for that time so I can basically just eat some food. I mean, literally just eat some food. So today I had some apple pies and cream. I'm going to make myself a nice coconut curry after this and had a good breakfast. So just feeding myself up to get ready because these the consultations, the planets come through and it's very high vibrational energy. And even if I'm not doing anything, I just burn through calories. So I'm going to try and balance that ratio. I may even email one or two of you just to see if you're okay, just to maybe move to a slightly later time, or maybe another day, just so that I can get that balance. Because of course I have to stay healthy in order to give you great consultations, but it's that balancing act as well, because I love working with you guys. So I just thought I would mention that. Right, people. My goodness, what's this? Oh, some silly thing here. Let me just decline on that. Can you believe what has been happening? Do you remember on Diane's tarot and in my earlier video, I said, what did I say? I said, it's not done yet. The cray bus is well and truly underway and the clowns are just you know, signing up. I mean, that's all we can say. Now, as you know, I like to try and be respectful to everyone, no matter how you voted in the election. Everyone is welcome, you know, on this channel. But most of y'all who are, you know, up for Trump, you know, will probably just change channel, or, you know, whatever. We'll just move on. But even if you did vote for Trump, surely now there must be, you know, some alarm bells going off somewhere, because we have the craziness where he got, what is it, Texas to raise a claim to effectively to attempt to overturn the votes in 4 other states. What is it? Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Georgia. Yeah. Has anyone heard of this? I said in earlier videos, we will see stuff happen that we have never seen before. And this is just completely over the top. So, and I was thinking up of a title for this video. So of course with YouTube, there's certain rules you have to obey, yeah, quite rightly, because you can't just go out there and just do crazy stuff. So this one will be called Trumpocalypse, yeah, and the Solar Eclipse, December 14th, 2020, and it's called Flush or Bust, yeah, officially. But what I wanted to call this video was this: Donald Duck L'Orange from bad to batshit. Yeah. Let me tell you, like, what I can say is this, irrespective of how that Supreme Court was stacked or whatever, yeah, Trumpy Trump was expecting some kind of favor, yeah, wasn't he? He was expecting some kind of favor. He thought he could lean on certain people to basically conspire in an attempted coup. That's what this is, or what he was trying. It was an attempted coup to overturn a democratic vote, not only in, you know, well, it's not in Texas, obviously they voted red, but these other states, they tried to sue other states and challenge their independent election results. I mean, if that was written, and it's never has been, if that was written in a political drama, it would have been thrown out. It would have been thrown out. People would be like, that is ridiculous. No president would ever attempt such a thing. But as I said before, you know, desperate times for Trump and America. So first of all, I just want to say my heart goes out to all of the Americans that are suffering and struggling. And you know what? There's not enough coverage about that. Yes, you know, you've got CNN and some others, you know, you know, flagging stuff up, but it's shameful really in how little, to a certain extent, this has been covered. Of course, we've got the coronavirus, but there are people hungry, starving, and unfortunately, as I said before, if we look here, the USA chart, Pluto is about to come back. Pluto is the equivalent of here. He's on the doorstep of the second house. But what is the second house? So he is influencing, even though he's not quite in it just yet. He'll go in there on the 1st of January. But what is Pluto? Pluto is the planet of death, the underworld, the dark night of the soul. Pluto's motto is change or die, transform, and rise like a phoenix from the ashes. So America this is really significant because Pluto is in the second house, and the second house is what? Money, values, food, our voice. Could be even the singing voice, but it even refers to the teeth, how we get our needs met in a tangible way. And this is why, let me just pour this ginger beer here because my mouth's drying out already. So just so you know, this is not a plug, but I don't even know if I can show this, but look, it's ginger beer. It's the special one that we have in the UK and it's delicious. With something a little extra, of course, because one needs it for a video like this. So, but, you know, joking aside, this is really serious and we see what is happening. And this is why I say Vedic astrology really does in an almost harsh way, reveal the truth of what is going on, because Pluto entering the second house, or returning, which as you guys know takes 248 years to return back, sits at 6 degrees 48 minutes in the USA chart in the second house, and it will become exact around 2023/2024, the next election. Yeah, and this is profound because Pluto represents the worst and the best of what we can do. Yeah, the worst and the best. So it is the trafficking, it is, you know, the sexual violence, it is scandal, it is corruption. Yeah, corruption. Look at what we are seeing, irrespective of how people voted. What those senators, let me just refresh myself. So as remember, I'm watching the news from the UK, so it's not like I'm going to be on the button. But from what I have been able to glean, there have been 18 state attorney generals signed the Texas case, yeah, and then 106 Republican House members, and I think there was one more, signed it as well. That means all those people effectively signed a frivolous court case to attempt to overthrow the legal votes of other states. This is just astonishing. But you know what? Duck L'Orange has done us a favor, in a sense. And the reason why is that they put their name to it. Oh my God. Talk about idiocy. They've outed themselves. Yeah, they've put their name to it. This will go down in history, irrespective of what happens. People know exactly where to look, and people put their names to it, which is, I just find absolutely extraordinary. And you know, we're going to look back at these times and we're just going to be like, what was going on? By the time it comes to the inauguration, unfortunately, because of Duck L'Orange and his enablers, this has put America in a very, very difficult place. We've got Christmas coming up. Yeah, we already see the surge that's happening. We've got Christmas coming up. And that's why I call him, you know, Orange Angel of Death. Yeah, hard to deny it, really. He's completely abandoned any responsibility, any semblance of even trying, and is obviously scheming, you know, his best to save his behind. Yeah. Because Trump is in a really, really difficult place. And I just wanted to say as well, with those people that signed that thing, this is equivalent to sedition, like what they've been talking about. And I just thought, let me just double check the meaning. This is the meaning of sedition if you Google it. Sedition, conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or a monarch. Now, obviously, there is no monarchy in America because, you know, of course, that's what the War of Independence was about, throwing that off, yeah? Throwing off what? The whims and rulings of a king, because a king was essentially above the law. This, in many ways, is what Trump is aspiring to. And he is bringing up every dictator he can to basically try and figure out, you know, to organize this effectively a coup. Now, no one in their right mind is gonna support this. Well, I mean, you never know. Eclipses are unpredictable, but it's highly unlikely now, particularly as that the Supreme Court dismissed these frivolous, clownish claims. And this isn't how you do dictatorship anyway. The whole point is you're supposed to do it on the sly. Yeah, you're supposed to have some, you know, wit with it. And obviously this is something that he was planning for, and he is so pissed. Because of course, whatever his schemes were, they didn't work. So tomorrow, like I said, this is part of the eclipse. The shadow of the eclipse will be getting stronger as I speak, but officially it is tomorrow. 14th of December, we have the solar eclipse happening in where? Jeshta, which is a part of Scorpio, right on top of Trump's moon. Yeah? Duck L'Orange is reaching the crispy skin point, yeah? He's on the platter, and, you know, people like Letitia James are getting there, you know, getting their orange sauce ready to pour all over, yeah? Knives and forks, and everyone is ready to get stuck in, yeah? Why? Because not only is this eclipse on Donald Trump's moon, now Donald Trump's moon is at 28 degrees 5 minutes of Jeshta. And the eclipse is actually happening, and if I just look here, yeah, the eclipse is actually happening at 28 degrees 3 minutes. It is exact on his moon. Tomorrow, what happens tomorrow? They declare. It's the declaration. So this can go either one or two ways. Either Trump is somehow able to pull off some extraordinary kind of waft of darkness to be able to get these senators not to ratify the vote, but I understand there's something called safe harbor, yeah, so I think they've already signed it, yeah, this is just literally just saying it. So either by some dark art, that will not happen, and he effectively would have staged a coup, yeah, because that's what this can mean. Eclipses are very unpredictable, but they tend to flip things, yeah, they tend to flip things. Or this is, you know, this is what we would say in the UK. I think you say it in America as well. This is shit or bust. Yeah, and I'm sorry I'm using so much profanity, but do you know what I mean? This is intense. So it either means Trump's ruin. What else could it mean? Yeah? Because once that thing is ratified, that's it. I mean, with safe harbor, I mean, why these Republicans or Trump publicans are, you know, going along with this? I mean, it's obviously for their own naked self-interest, which they've basically admitted. They've actually admitted it. Oh, it's just shocking. And also as well, as we speak, I don't know what the news is as well, but we're still waiting to find out what's going to happen with Brexit. So it's happening to both mother and child in a way, if we look at it that way, because, you know, Britain was the original place where the pilgrims came from. No, child is not the right word for America, of course not. Powerful nation, but you see what I mean? There's this relationship between the two. We're going to find out if we're going to crash out or if there's a deal. And tomorrow, America should ratify the results. I mean, some of the states have counted 3 times. It's just so ridiculous. So anyway, so what are the options? What are the options for Doc Larange? Yeah, you're on the platter, you're on the hot plate, you just see all the knives gathering, people waiting to get stuck in, because if I do my little thing, I'll just do my little thing here. Come on. There we are, Inauguration Day. You've seen this many times before, but you know, it never gets old. If we look here, this is sidereal Capricorn, and I'll just say again, we know in the West, they're saying it's happening at 0 degrees of Aquarius. This is not. It is actually gonna, the conjunction is actually going to be happening around about 6 degrees of sidereal Capricorn. And that will happen, of course, on December 21st, 2020, on the longest day of the year. Longest night of the year. Very dramatic of the planets. But anyway, I digress. I'll do videos about that. The important thing is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planets, yeah? In the inauguration chart, it actually puts that into the 10th house, yeah? The 10th house is all about leadership, and Capricorn is all about government. Surprise, surprise, what's going to happen? We're going to have a new government either way, yeah? We don't know what Doc Larange is going to do, but, you know, he might do something completely bonkers. Anyway, however, sidereal Capricorn falls into Trump's 6th house. Yeah, onto Trump's 6th house. And in there, he's actually got the asteroid Ceres. And this will be important. Now, what is the 6th house? The 6th house is what I call the salad bowl of life. Yeah, we don't like to attend to these kind of things, but as the coronavirus showed us, this is the house of essential work, the things that need to be done, routines. It deals with health. Yeah, it deals with health. It deals with health and healing. It deals with coaching. If you have a diet or something like that, that is the 6th house. It also deals with pets. Interesting, no pets in the White House with Trump. It also deals with, you know, the digestion. But most important, and it deals with routines and health of all kinds. But what it also deals with is one's enemies. Yeah? Litigation, accidents, icky stuff happening. It's where we have to pay our bills, yeah? Perform our duties. And Trump is going to have all these planets, Pluto, Sun, Saturn, Jupiter, and Mercury, all in his 6th house. That is powerful. That is a lot of people to have piled up in your house. And that's why I say Duc L'Orange is literally on a platter trying to figure his way out, how to get out of this. Now, the courts have just dismissed what he called the big one, yeah? So that's it, yeah? There's no legal way now. There's no more frivolous cases that can be raised in order to try and overturn the result. It's safe harbor. That point is gone. So what is he going to do? Well, there's very few options left for him. And, you know, I said before, I said he may either try and fake an illness, 6th house, yeah, health, because it also deals with illness, yeah? Could either try and fake an illness and say, I've got dementia, I can't think anymore. I think there is something more like that going on without saying too much, but I think there's something like that going on there, because you kind of have to have something like that going on to be in this position in the first place. But anyway, so there could be health, yeah? The legal fighting option is no longer an option. However, the 6th house is still fighting, so he may try and incite violence, yeah? He might try that, because there are enough cray-crays that sort of believe him. However, I think as everything piles up, the odds on that are smaller, but you never know what an eclipse can bring out. And I'll just say again, Biden is not president until the stroke of midday on January 2020. So there's still a lot that Duc L'Orange can do just to cause mayhem, which is probably what he's going to try and do. When you have an eclipse like this caused by Ketu, which is the planet of losses, right on top of your moon where you're having a nodal return, it only goes either one or two ways. Either it's a spectacular result or it's a breakdown of some kind. And he's running out of options. Now, the other option is either, like I said, so I was talking about health, raising merry hell, you know, literally trying to kind of create some kind of civil war situation. The other one is basically trying to flee the country, trying to just, and in fact, if anything, if I was to give any advice to him, and now we all know we want Trump to have justice and stuff like that, but I'll just say, you know what, go. Just flee, because it will do two things. It will change the energy, because whoever is the leader, there is a certain energy, be they good, bad, or ugly. Whoever is the anointed leader or the selected leader of a nation, they will affect that nation's chart for as long as they are physically present in that place, and for as long, it depends, but if someone's in exile, if they're far away, the effect, the magnetic pull they have on that nation's chart is much diminished. Also as well, if he wants to use Air Force One to fly out or whatever, he needs to do it quick. He needs to do it quick, because time's running out, because you can't use Air Force One if you're not president, yeah? So if I were him, I'll be packing some kind of bags now, and, you know, he's probably doing that actually, probably knocking over the furniture, you know, peeing up the wall, you know, something like that, doing something in the bed, I can imagine, yeah? And because, you know, he has shown that he has that kind of personality. So really the options are running out. But I'm sure they know that Trump is a flight risk. I've been watching all the tarot readers. It's been fascinating. And some have been saying that, you know, he may even be fed false information to prove that that it's basic treason. Yeah. He's sort of this kind of, I mean, Trump is just one of a kind. We'll be looking back at this for many years to come. Many political analysts and future people that study politics will look at this. And if it weren't, it would be funny if it weren't so tragic, but this is happening at the same time as a global pandemic. And soon, on the 1st of January, thereabouts, end of December, 1st of January, we all come under the Kala Sarpa Yoga, like I said. So whatever happens from that point is fated. Yeah, there is no reversing whatever happens, because all of the planets, you see, all of them are one side of the nodes of the moon. The moon will break it from time to time. Every 2 weeks she will break the Kala Sarpa Yoga because she's the fastest planet, but then she comes back again and she can't do it all on her own. So, you know, the nodes of the moon, they set fate and destiny. So let's see what happens. Of course, we want to see Trump brought to justice, and he's just shamelessly raising money now, isn't he? And those people are sending him the cash, even though he gets to keep 75% of it. It seems like tumbleweed is blowing around the White House because everyone's, of course, looking for jobs. You know, real politic happens. Let me just have another slurp. And at the end of the day, reality is this: you got to have bills to pay. And once that's ratified, formally ratified, as it should be, then it really is, you know, the game's up. Yeah. And I would say to anyone who's in the White House, who's on the payroll of Duck L'Orange, find a job. Yeah. Search high and low for whoever will have you. I don't know. Maybe you can, I don't know, maybe volunteer, maybe at one of the food stations that so many Americans, citizens are needing right now. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. This has to stop. America can't be in this position. It is ridiculous. However, I did say we would see things that we've never seen before, and unfortunately we will see more, I'm afraid, because obviously this is a chain reaction and there's all stuff, and that stimulus package doesn't seem to be anywhere. Why can't these guys just pull their fingers out? Yeah, but Pluto is coming. Yeah, you know, are they saying Game of Thrones, winter is coming, Pluto is coming. So this is huge transformation. So I don't want this video to be too long, so I just want to urge people again, keep your eyes peeled. Let's see what Duck L'Orange does. Yeah, he's running out of options, but like I said, this has gone from bad to batshit. Yeah, this is cra on a whole nother level. We've got all these planets piling up in his 6th house. This actually happens to be in Joe Biden's 3rd house, which is the house of desires, the house of speech. 2nd house is speech, but so is 3rd house, communicating, teaching, sharing information with others. So on that day, this will probably be the greatest day of Joe Biden's life. Yeah, because he's having a wish fulfillment. Yeah. So we'll see what Dr. L'Orange does to try and disturb it. If he is even sticking around by that stage, he probably might try and throw some rally or whatever and say, I'm the president. But you know what? I think after this court thing, I think he knows the game is up, and he really needs to kind of like, if he's going to make a move, he needs to dust out now, because, you know, after Christmas, it's probably going to be too late. And, you know, he's going to try and do the thing with the Senate, but in a way, it's kind of a bit of a lost cause, because he was hoping that those judges he put there would overturn the result. He was hoping for sedition, and it didn't happen. So it's kind of like he knows, he will even know that the game is up. So it depends how much money he has, because obviously he's going around raising money and stuff like that. And we'll have to see. But the eclipses are known for bringing out the shadow, bringing out the truth, bringing out what was hidden, things we didn't know before. And you know what? He has done a service, because, you know, those senators are now on the record. See, the eclipse, because the eclipses, it's not just the day. The effect of the eclipse starts happening around about, you know, sort of like 4 or 5 days before the eclipse, and you get even more results 4 or 5 days after. And in fact, in the 2 weeks after. But if we see, this happened, what, a few days ago, where he got these people to sign up. So what is that? Something coming out of the shadows. Yeah, we're learning something that we didn't know before. And now we know exactly who those people are because they have signed their names to it. So these are extraordinary times. I don't want this video to be too long. Let's see what Donald Duck Larange does to try and get himself out. But let me tell you, the options just become more and more cra. Like I said, he may even fake his own death. And you know what? I wouldn't blame him. If you got a 6th house like that, huh? You know, with all those planets in there, all of your enemies, literally, I can hear the knives being sharpened by his enemies. Letitia James is just like this. You can hear the slash. She's like, I'm going to cut me some leg. I'm going to cut me some breast. Yeah, drizzle, you know, the orange sauce on top and just yum it up. Yeah. Anyway, I'm so silly, aren't I, with these things. So what I'm going to say and what I'm going to implore again, Pluto, although it does represent the underbelly, and we're being shown the underbelly, not just in America, everywhere. You know, all the underbelly is coming up, you know, from all around the world. I mean, look what's happening in Nigeria. Oh, my goodness. But remember, Pluto can also represent the highest. So everyone, pray for the highest outcome. Yeah, the highest good of all. The highest good for America and the world. Imagine good and noble people taking their vows, taking office and cleaning up the mess globally, because this is the fight. This really is the fight, because this Saturn and Jupiter coming together is the start of Bethlehem. They come at the exact degree, and it's also planetary war, by the way, but they say the brightest planet wins, in which case it potentially should be Jupiter, which can represent hope. But the point is this conjunction in this sign coming together like this only happens once every 800 years. That's why it's so intense. So bear that in mind. So this is really the time where the dark is trying to win. We can see the attempted coup. It's been knocked down. But there could be more. Yeah, because desperate people do desperate things. And Duck Larange is, my God, he is done. He's really running out of options. So we might see all sorts of craziness. So again, think of the highest. Yeah, think of a golden or white light enveloping the earth, healing everything, healing America, healing the world as we transition into this age of Aquarius. Even though this is happening in sidereal Capricorn, the next alignment will happen in the sign of Libra in 2041. And from thereafter, for the next 200 years, the planets Saturn and Jupiter will conjunct in air signs. So everything's going to speed up. I know in Western they're saying that it's in Aquarius now, but think about it. You've got to clean up the government first before we can ascend into that age. So I think I'll leave it there. So imagine the highest good. As usual, forgive your mothers. Yeah. And many of you have been following that. There's been a lot of healing. Honestly, it will help, because the moon in the USA chart really does need a bit of help, because, you know, she's a little bit wobbly. Yeah, the moon is the mind, not always making the right decisions. Yeah, well, the moon is a bit wobbly. Yeah, believing in stuff that's not true. Huh? Yeah, stuff like that. And relying on pills, you know, for stability. That's not good. Yeah. Meditation is better. Good food is better. Saying I love you is better. So, you know, do your best. You know, we're coming up into the Christmas season, so I want to wish everyone happy Christmas. I'll probably do a little video special on the conjunction for when it happens, but let's see. So wish for the highest good. It is working, by the way. The prayers are working. Remember, prayer is faster than the speed of light. It is instantaneous. Yeah, like the imagination. You can imagine that future and it will be instantaneous. Yeah, imagine that highest good. When you pray, they hear straight away. So go for that without me getting too kind of like getting my incense out and a few crystals. Not that I've got many anyway, but a lot of you have. So I will leave it there. Again, if you'd like a consultation with me, then please go to my website, thearchetypalblueprint.com. I still have my offer on, which I'll keep on for a little while yet, which is Hoagie 1 put that on and you get 33% off my consultations, and many of you have been going for it, so well done. And then I'll email some of you as well, just to maybe kind of stretch out that schedule just a little bit, just so it's a bit more manageable, because I want to make sure I've got my energy to serve you all well. Thank you all again so much for subscribing. Let's see if we can get to 5,000, and thank you so much to all of my clients. You guys are amazing. Mwah!